Too poor to play, children in social housing blocked from communal playground by London real estate developer.
Here's a summary of the article.
At least one multi-million-pound housing development in London is segregating the children of less well-off tenants from those of wealthier homebuyers by blocking them from some communal play areas. The designs were altered after planning permission was granted to block the social housing tenants from accessing the communal play areas. Henley Homes and Lambeth Council say the duty to provide play space for under 5s has been discharged, because there is a small strip of toddler play equipment specifically for the social housing children. To see hedges where plans showed gates, to see a segregated small play area for the social housing residents, while their children directly overlook a much nicer play area is appalling. The council said the small gated strip of play equipment near the back of the social housing unit discharges the duty of providing play space for children under 5 years old. Henley Homes, the developer, said it was only responsible for the private and shared ownership buildings, and that it had handed the freehold of the Wren Mews social housing block to Guinness Homes, a social housing company. The worst thing was they were both rooftop play areas and the better-off kids were looking down on the poorer children with no way to reach them, she said of the plans.
This post received a score of 8,512, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
That's how you develop class hatred from an early age. They're kids. Let kids mingle and learn from one another and grow to work with different cultures, etc. Segregating them based on if their apartment is owned or rented is absolute rubbish.
The wealthy are engaged in class warfare. Why aren't you?
It's the UK. The class system is the biggest single issue we face, to be honest, as all major issues stem from it one way or another.
Same for the US. And, from those two data points, I assume most of the rest of the world.
Wouldn't surprise me. Social mobility is incredibly hard to overcome in the UK if you're lower down. Yet you don't even have to have money if you're connected or your family are in the right circles. Looking at you, Boris Johnson. The UK is such a joke. You might have uncertainty for a couple more years, but couple our issues with Brexit, we're going to be set back to the bloody 70s. A developer has just requested planning permission for a block of flats in my area. On closer inspection, it turns out it's a block of rooms, in other words a bloody flop house. Family homes everywhere are being turned into HMOs. We're about 5 years off honest-to-God DOS houses where people pay rent by the night.
Greater than having witnessed a full-on Facebook row because my local homeless charity actually fed some people who weren't homeless, the absolute bastards. I shudder to think what deserving will eventually come to mean. That shit drives me nuts. Refusing to help people until they hit the point of literal homelessness doesn't do jack shit but ensure more people go homeless. It's so much more efficient to expand the net until it catches people that are about to collapse but can still turn it around.
There was some woman on there accusing them of mission creep because they were feeding ex-homeless who had been given rooms. How much of a puritanical shithouse do you have to be mad at someone a week off the streets getting a free meal and a bit of company?
Too many commenters here are missing the nut of this story. The developer promised certain things, approval was granted contingent on those promises, and now the developer has gone back on its word. They're liars. This is not defensible. There is no argument you can make about service charges, or freeloaders, or kids, or class that makes this okay. If you think you've got a reason why this is okay, you are consciously ignoring something to uphold your biases.
That's what I took away from it. This is classic bait and switch. Show one design, get approval, then alter it.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.